What's up guys, Mo here from Brute Force Training. I'm gonna show you 4 movements that you can do with the sandbag that will improve your barbell squat. Now, before I even pick this bag up, one of the cool things about using the sandbag, whether it's filled with sand or if you have it filled with rubber mulch and steel shot, is the unstable factor. Because as this bag constantly shifts and changes as it's on your body, you're not only working the primary movers, the primary muscles, you're also working your nervous system more. You're working your core more. You're working all those little intrinsic stabilizer muscles more. So therefore, you're getting more motor unit recruitment, which is gonna make you better and stronger at squats or really any movement you're gonna do. So the first thing we're gonna do with this guy is just a straight up back squat. So I'll clean the bag, press it up and overhead, sit it back, and you can see, so if the camera comes around and looks at the bag, just where this bag is sitting on my body versus a standard barbell, where the barbell will be a little bit higher on my shoulders and the weight is distributed out to the sides, the weight is straight on my back. So even standing up like this, I've got a lot more core engagement. So my abs are tight, they're having to stay strong to keep my spine where it is. And also, I'm having to stabilize a lot more with my posterior chain of my shoulders. So regardless if I'm holding the bag here or if I'm holding the bag here, which for me, this is a better spot because it allows me to open up my body and challenges me more. So from here, as I sit down to that squat, and come back up and shift, you can see this bag kind of pulls back a little bit. So now it's demanding my core, again, my abdominal wall, to stabilize a lot more than it would with a traditional barbell or such. When I'm done with that, the second move I'm gonna do is a Zercher squat or front rack squat. This is really important as well, and the reason this is important to do and how it will help your back squat is because when I do my squat here, a lot of times you might see people when they do a heavy squat, their back starts to flex a little bit. So with this Zercher squat, it's demanding mid-thoracic stabilization and strength. So when I grab this bag, look at my shoulders. I don't allow them to roll forward. I pull them back. So I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together and I'm dropping them down like I'm trying to drop them in my back pocket. So I'm engaging my posterior chain. Now, as I sit in the squat, I don't allow this bag to drop and drop my chest like this. When I sit in this squat, I'm actually lifting my elbows high and continuing that squeeze of my shoulder blades and then come back up. So that I can even feel this right now in the spinal erectors right along either side of my spine in the middle of my back, building strength. The next movement we're gonna do is an offset lunge. And the beauty of the offset lunge is, like when I move in life, when we move in opposition, contralateral movement patterns, right hand, left leg, vice versa. Doing offset movements, so here, I'm cleaning the bag up, bringing it on my left shoulder. So now my opposite leg, this is what's doing the work. So I can either step into a rebounding lunge here, I can step into a reverse lunge here, I can even do a lateral lunge. But the key is, whatever side this bag is on, the opposite leg is working, so I'm creating diagonal stabilization across my trunk and body, which again is going to create more stability in those muscles you might not use as much if you're just sticking with linear types of movements like squats and deadlifts and such. The last movement we're gonna do is just a standard overhead press, push press. You can do this strict, you can do a little push if you want to, really doesn't matter. The key with this and why this is important is as I clean the bag up and I push it overhead, I hold this locked out position for a second. Now if you check it out from the side, what I didn't do when I pushed up is go, and arch my back. I keep my tail tucked slightly, so my glutes are engaged, my abs are engaged, I'm pushing up and holding this position locked out. So now I'm creating stability all the way through my chain, from my hands all the way to my feet. I can add a squat to this, I can add a lunge to this, I can just do the push press in and of itself. But the benefit of that movement is it is creating strength and stability all along the anterior side, my abdominal wall, my posterior chain, which again, when you get under a heavy barbell, whether it's a barbell squat, whether it's a deadlift, having the strength and stability in your core, that's what you're gonna need in order to safely move that weight. So if you want one of our sandbags or check out any of our other gear, go to bruteforcetraining.com.